Right, I've got a couple of Game Boy Colors here to look at. This one was £14.18. This one, £25.48. And the game was £5.50. So I've got my batteries ready to go. We'll start off with the purple one, which doesn't turn on, but it does turn on if you hold a power switch. Just in the right place. So that's the faulty game. So we'll try this working game. And it's managed to stop on this time. But look, none of the controllers are working. None of the controllers. None of the buttons are working. But I do have audio. The game is running. The game is running. But none of the buttons are working. So that's a bit concerning. I have a feeling it might have taken a bath. It doesn't look too bad. I cannot see any signs of battery corrosion or anything. So hopefully it's just some dirty contacts, but all of the buttons not working. It seems a bit strange. So the next one, I have tried it. It doesn't do anything at all. That is completely dead. But if I look at the little wires inside there on the circuit board, there doesn't seem to be any major signs of corrosion in there. So it could just be, hopefully, a dirty switch. Now, none of them came with battery covers, but I do have a spare one for the purple. So let's get into this one and we'll find out what's wrong with it. It's definitely been opened before. Right. That looks lovely and clean. Right, moment of truth. Have we had a pop spill where someone spilled a load of pop on the buttons? No. That is, again, nice and clean. So why were those buttons not working? What? I've never seen a chunk of muck like that in the buttons. I'll put a little bit of IPA in there for the switch and we'll wipe off the carbon deposits on the back of these buttons and we'll quickly put it back together and see what happens. Right, on second thoughts, I'm going to use a little bit of contact cleaner. And for the buttons, I will give them a proper clean, but I want to find out what the problem is first before I go too far. That's the working game. I haven't put the power switch on. Yes. Is start going to work? Yes. We can give it a more thorough clean now. Now that we'll know there's nothing seriously wrong with it. So I'll put that to one side and we'll move on to the next one. So this one was £25. So this one needs a new battery cover, but I really don't want to order a few battery covers from China just on their own. So I might have to bite the bullet and get one from the UK and pay a bit more. Okay, right, 6 screws out. And that one is just as nice. The speaker looks a little bit crusty. Right, what do you think? Ah, that's just as nice as well. Apart from the speaker being a little bit crusty. Ugh. You don't look very nice. So we can clean them up. But why is it not coming on? I think it's probably just a power switch, hopefully. I'm going to use some IPA this time. Rather than spray contact cleaner all over my desk. Pop that back in there. I'm not going to bother cleaning these up until I know it's working. Right, what do you think? Another simple fix, hopefully? No, but I did hear, I thought I heard the speaker click. I can definitely, oh hang on. We've got something on that switch. We've definitely got contact on the switch. It feels, the switch feels very gritty. I might end up taking the top off. Try again. Yes, and we've got audio. So it's just that switch. So what I'll do, I'll put a little bit of vinegar in and see if that improves it. And if it doesn't, I'll have to take the top off and put a little bit of deoxit in, or just replace it altogether. I'm hoping to get away with just a little bit of vinegar, or a lot of vinegar. That's normally very good at corrosion. Some IPA, just to get rid of the vinegar. I'll make sure I've gotten some into that switch as well. Just a bit of Candy to dry it off. I want a nice click on. Looking good. Yeah, 3 out of 3. That'll do me. Yep, speaker's working nicely. It's got a scratch there. I can replace that. If it cleans up okay, I can put a replacement on. I'll clean this glue off here. It came with a broken one, unfortunately. So I need a new one. I tend to buy just normal transparent ones and use them on any colour, rather than have a pile of different coloured ones. So that needs to come back apart and we need to give it a good clean up. But in the meantime, we'll look at this little game, which cost me £5.50, which apparently does not work. I've took the batteries out. Right, try again. Just garbled Nintendo logo. So a bit of IPA. I was just going to say, I would imagine the seller's already done this, but looking at that, it doesn't look like they have. Try again. Is that it? Super Marioland 2. Yeah, that's it. So, another fix. Right, I'm going to get these cleaned up, put them back together, and I think that'll have to be it. And I haven't even had to use a soldering iron. Right, they are all nice and clean. I use a bit of canned air to blow the water out of the inside of those buttons and in there on the directional pad. You don't want to put them back in with little bits of water still in the bottom of there. I'm going to use some WD-40 to hopefully melt that sticker. It may take some time. It's coming off. I've almost got it. I think that'll do. Well, I think that's it. They are both working. This one with the replacement cover is ready to go. That's working fine. This one, it's got a bit of a scratch on the screen there, which is a bit distracting, and I need a new replacement battery cover. So I've got a glass lens to go on there, so I may as well buy the proper coloured transparent purple, I think. So that's going to have to wait until I order that and it turns up. And this one can go straight onto Gumtree, and hopefully someone will enjoy it. Well, that's it for the video. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next one.